Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with this month's Bramble Fox challenge page. The March challenge is to whisk up a gourmet layout using a food or drink photo and to include a pink perspective. So, as I got ready to do this challenge, I looked through my vast photo library and realized that I really don't take a whole lot of pictures of food. And I had some recent ones from a restaurant visit that my son and I made around the holidays, but I wasn't really feeling that. And then I came across this photo, which is of my version of a restaurant favorite. John and I discovered this restaurant. It's called Hola. It's a Mexican restaurant, a very fresh, modern take on Mexican cuisine. You can get some of the tried and true favorites, the Tex-Mex kind of stuff, but it has some really nice, like I said, fresher kinds of meals. And so we were renovating or actually building out the master bath in our little basement apartment here down in the basement of my son's home. And we were making quite a few trips to a tile store. And as we got back onto the main road to get back to our house, we passed by this restaurant a couple times, and one day we were very hungry, so we stopped in, and we just absolutely loved it. And so after many visits, I decided to reproduce this, one of our favorite meals from there, and I'm actually going to write not the recipe, but the ingredients. It's a kale salad. The greens are kale. There's charred corn. There are beets, pumpkin seeds, pepitas, and perfectly grilled shrimp. Just absolutely wonderful dish. And I get it every time I go, no matter what entree I'm getting. I get this salad, and I usually eat half the entree and bring the other half home. This is wonderful. And I realized I haven't made it at home since John passed away. So it's one of those things that this page is not just going to be this page, it's also going to be kind of a reminder of how much we both loved this salad, and also a reminder that I need to make it soon. so we'll go. Let's get on with the page. I'm using mainly, maybe exclusively, Print Shop by Vicki Boutin. And I have taken this page. It's from a paper pad, and it had a fairly uneven white border around it, so I cut just the pink part off, and I've kind of crimped the sides, and I'll lay it down on a white cardstock background, and there. Okay. I'm working with a premium sketch from Scrap-A-Sketch, and those are available by subscription only, so I can't show you the sketch, but I love it, and I think I'm going to use this design many times. There are these strips. I've cut these and distressed them. They're from this green kind of grid-like pattern paper, and they're kind of forming corner, they're framing out the corners. And I'm not worrying about how I join them right there because that's going to get covered up. What I'm trying to do is keep the distance from the edge approximately the same. Again, that probably doesn't matter given how much I'll be covering things up. Okay, so those are there. Now I want to get the center part done. It's Calvinball month also, so you may see a nod to Calvinball points along the way. I want to get this center part done because, and I'm kind of trying to piece it together here to see if I can get it straight. Let me get this. I'm trying to place the pattern papers behind this, and I've put the foam there. I'm going to use my stapler, if I can find it, to secure both of those to the paper, and then I'm gonna do that, and this is gonna go right here. Let me I do want to be sure that I get this down, and I can kind of snug that over to there. This is what I'm going to write the ingredients on, so I'm going to kind of place that there. This doesn't exactly follow the sketch, but all the elements are there. I'm assembling the center photo cluster kind of freeform. The sketch has some framing that I don't have. I'm going to just leave, since I'm going to write on this empty spot, I want to, let's see, is that even? I think so. Now I'm going to get my title on here. The title is this amazing title from, it's a perspective from a food-related set, and I will have all the details on I'm trying to decide if I want that there. I'm going to use Appetit here and then Boutin here, but I need a spot. Let me see where the flower is going to go. I was thinking it would go this way. I'm putting the pencils there because I'm going to be writing this down. It's not exactly like a recipe card, but kind of that idea. And I have some salt and pepper shakers that I die cut that I thought I'd put here. And I have a leaf sprig that can go there and one that can go there. That's kind of how I'm envisioning that. So I think that tells me that I am going to push this over to the edge, and right now I'm going to distress have to be sure I keep that in frame, and now I can see it. It's a lot easier for me to do it, but I don't always think about it, you know. So I'm just kind of distressing one side of each pencil, which will kind of give it a bit of a curl so that it's not just kind of lying there flat. And I'm going to raise it up on a bit of foam. Get some foam here to put back there. Okay. And I'm going to have it break the line so that it goes down below the edge of the green frame, but not below the kind of pink background. So let me get this on, and I love the matte finish Perspectives. I really, really love the black and the navy blue are absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to do it so that most of it is on here. The A is there, and that's going to be close enough to where the B is. I have a little bit of the, like when I distressed it, some of the paper crumbs got into got into the little okay, I think that's fixed. I'll show you in a second. It got right there in that little narrow crevice there. Okay. I love the very fine bead of glue that goes on with my new applicator bottle. Now I want to do this one. I got these a set of dies 100 years ago that have all kinds of cooking and kitchen related items. Let me see. I was going to do that one kind of at a little bit of an angle, and I'm going to just secure the top of it. There is a food themed set in the shop at Bramble Fox, and I don't have it in my hot little hands yet, but I will link it for you so you can find it. So here I am breaking the line between the pink part and the white background, just to be different. I'm going to use some fairly thick tape behind this floral cluster, and I want it to somewhat be down there, and it's going to break that line between the pink and the white frame as well. This is going to have a little tiny bit of foam on it. The tinier the piece, the harder it is to take the backing off without lifting the piece, but okay. And that way, that kind of puts it at the corner of this recipe card, if you will. And I'm going to do something similar here. When I fussy cut this, it cut part of the black. There was an overlapping bit of this. And let me cut that with scissors so that I have a little better handle on it. And I kind of like how it looks, actually. And I think I'm going to go kind of straight up this way to have it look longer, like it's kind of extending, to make it a little more vertical looking. Okay, over on the other side, up at the top, I'm kind of going to I'm going to curl this and the leaves a little bit. And I'm picturing that going down this way. And I have this camera that I'll have at a slight angle. And then this, like so. Okay, let me get some foam behind the camera. I can just use this scrap piece here. Put it on so that it fits. And that is definitely a larger camera than I might have envisioned using, but I really like it. I'm going to use this word, this banner that says document, maybe here or maybe here. Let's see, this is not staying down. Oh, there's avocado in here too, which is actually maybe the only page, Calvinball page, that I'm going to do where the avocado isn't just a random item. So I'm going to put an avocado there. Somewhere on the page we'll get an avocado. So this banner document I think might be better here. If I put it down here, it's too close to the title, and I know I'm kind of jumping around. Let me get the flowers put on up here. Do that at that angle, and then I will put, I think I'm going to get 2 pieces of the foam and go behind this flower and this one because I want them both raised up, and I have to pull that back, and I'm going to maybe put it on there for safekeeping. I'm kind of liking how that's beginning to look. I'm going to tuck this under there, and because this kind of overlaps that, I want this flower to sort of overlap that doily. So I'll place it down like that and press on the glue. Let me get another piece of this tape to go behind the document banner. And I have distressed the edges around pretty much everything except the flowers. I'm going to put that there. Okay. Now, the rest of the things I have to go on the page, I was actually planning to use this, which says the little things, and I guess I could still use it. I was going to use it up top there, but I could use it on the side. This is this is from a set that has nothing to do with food, but a favorite restaurant meal seems like a little thing in the grand scheme of things. But it was amazing how when I found this photo, the memories not only of the meals there, but the process of choosing the tile and the sinks and things like that for the bathroom, that all kind of came flooding back. And it was really, I don't know, it just brought back a lot. So this is a page that is about food, but also so much more. I have these little bitty fussy cut bits that kind of bring that black accent to these floral clusters. Okay. And I have some more cooking related kinds of things. I have a blue spoon and a black spoon that kind of look like tennis rackets if you just look at them independently. But I have this little egg beater, and there are no eggs involved in this at all, but that doesn't mean that I can't use that. I've also got that oven mitt, and again, there's nothing hot involved in here. Well, I guess the holding the handle of the pot that I pan grilled the shrimp in. I'm just going to kind of lay this here. Let me kind of press it down. And And I'm almost thinking that I will use I'll use the avocado right beside this. Not, this avocado is so cute. It has little pink cheeks and sunglasses, so that's kind of cool. I'm actually going to unglue that, put the avocado down, and then glue that kind of over it, so the avocado is kind of coming out there. And then maybe I'll use one of the spoons. Maybe not seeing that. I'm just gonna I'm gonna hold off on that. I have this little Viewmaster that's a Perspective, again from a different set. It's from the Valentine's, from the February Fox box, and I thought it might work up here kind of in conjunction with the camera, and then I could assemble some other perspectives on top of it, or I have a little word strip from one of the paper snips that says "so good." I like that. Okay, I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue behind it and kind of insert it under there so it's not just kind of standing out on its own. And this "so good" I'm gonna put on a foam strip. I'm going to kind of place it also under that flower so it's kind of connected to that. Okay, I'm liking that so far. I still have this little guy, and I'm wondering if I could maybe put it over here. I've got some of the crumbs from the die cutting. Or here. And I've got this strip that says "This Life," and I could move it more over this way. All right, I'm cooking with gas now, folks. I am always hesitant to do a page that I know I haven't fully, designed beforehand. And this is one of those. I always figure, I tell myself, whether it's true or not, I tell myself that I can always, I don't have to use everything I've assembled, and I can always, ad lib and make things work. I might put this here. There we go, because I want to be sure that the green is seen. What is this? This is a tiny frog, and it's a blatant Calvinball point edition. Nothing to do with anything in the story, other than this particular paper is one that John saw in a kit I'd gotten or something, and said, "Ooh, look, all those frogs. They're in little circles." I said, "All those frogs." He said, "Those will be good for Calvinball someday." And sure enough, this year they've added a rule to include a frog on your page. So, by golly, there's John's frog. I also have these stickers, and one of the things that we liked at this restaurant was the variety of cocktails. They, of course, had the regular good old standby margarita that you would expect in a Mexican restaurant, and some great mojitos, but with some unusual juices, and the dressing on this salad was made, it's a citrus juice, has hardly any oil in it, and it's made with pineapple juice, and it's awesome. So I'm going to maybe tuck this in. Right there. It's kind of at an odd angle, but I'm okay with that. I have a star. Where am I going to put the star? Maybe right here. That's a Calvinball point, of course. And I have a little kind of collection of stars. I haven't used as you can, well, there's a pink Perspextive. I have a couple of pink hearts here. So I thought I would do the hearts maybe right on top of this guy. And it says this life, so it's the life of the life that we shared. And that's through my scrapping hobby I get to remember and cherish and revisit. I have there was a quote I saw that says, "I walk down memory lane because I love running into you." And that's kind of how I feel. I love scrapbooking because it means I'm going to revisit wonderful memories like these on a semi-regular basis. I have an arrow that I want to use. Maybe right here. Let's see. The page is getting a little bit busy. I'm going to have it pointing down. And I have a photo corner that I'm going to try to slip in like so. I don't want to have so many oddball Calvinball points on here that it interferes with the design, because Lisa's sketch was just such a wonderful design. But I do, and these don't get me Calvinball points, I just want to include those spoons. And I'm going to put the blue one on top this time. And I'll just kind of have them, it seems like that might be appropriate there at the by the recipe card, kind of. And I guess you would use the spoon to stir up the dressing, right? I wish there had been a whisk in that set. I looked for that. I used to use that die set for making cards. And I'd forgotten what all was in it. There is another little element here, a paper clip. I haven't put that arrow down yet, have I? I'm going to put the paper clip here, but I want to put a little bit of foam behind it. This is turning out to be a longer video than I had hoped, and I need to get for those of you who've been following me, you know that I have a little bit of a heart problem, and I am I'm not supposed to be okay. I'll put that right there, like I'm pinning or clipping the recipe to the page. I also want to add some splats, and I would have done this anyway. Worried about the arrow here still. Let's see, would that be a good place for it? Or do I just want maybe here to kind of extend that frame? I'm going to do that. Although I kind of like the idea of pointing down to the recipe. So I'm going to do that. I'll actually have it break the frame. I'm going to do that. And now I'm going to add some splats. I'm going to cover up my glue. I really, the thing I like the best about this page is the background, that very pale pink floral. I just love it. Okay, here's my ink, and I'm gonna do this splat right there, and I'll do another one like that. Right there. I'm going to do this one kind of right in here. Can't get it down there. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Put it right on the edge, and I'm going to re-ink it and then get it back down there. Okay, that's all right. And then I'm going to do another one of those kind of up in here. Okay, and then I have another one, another pattern of splats, and these are, where's the set? It's from Fox Stamps number 3, and it's got a whole variety of splats, and it's great for mixed media, adding a little touch of mixed media to a page when you really aren't doing a mixed media page necessarily, but just a little touch. Here again, I need to move this to the very edge. And put it right there. Okay, and then I have one more splat pattern that's a lot of little dots. I love this one. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So I'm going to do it here. And again, down. Well, I want to do it closer to that, but I've already messed up the page down here, so I'll put it there. All right. I think I'm done. I'm going to actually put a date on it. I'll have to go look at the date in my photo library, and I'll stamp that date there, and I will handwrite the ingredients there. So those are the changes I'll make after the camera stops running. And I thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you next time. I will be, by the time you see this, I will have had my pacemaker installed, and hopefully will be up and around and with the ability to stay standing and walking around for longer than 10 minutes at a time. So that's all good, and I will be looking forward to that. And I thank you very much. And I'll put details of the products that I've used when I post and in the description box of my video. So thanks for watching, and I hope you visit the Bramble Fox shop. It's a fun place to be. Bye.